Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. In this video, we are going to use Cursor, the AI code editor with newly released Claude 3.7 Sonnet model from Anthropic. I already have covered this model this morning in couple of videos where we have gone into way more detail to test it thoroughly for its thinking, for its hybrid reasoning, and we have also discussed its architecture. If you're interested, just check it out. We already also have done a video with a VS Code extension continue, as you can see on the channel. So as I said, for the purpose of this video, I am going to use it with Cursor, which is one of the most popular AI code editor out there. If you have never used it, just go to their website cursor.com and from there click on download for Windows, and then it is going to download an exe file on your local system. Just double click on it and then next. Once you have done installing, then you should be able to see something like this once you start it first time. The first step which you need to do is to set your model, which is of course Claude 3.5 Sonnet hybrid reasoning model. For that, from the top right, click on this cog icon, then click on models in the middle, and then make sure that you have selected Claude 3.7 Sonnet or Sonnet Thinking. So it comes into two flavors. Thinking one is the reasoning one and the Sonnet one is the normal model. And for further detail, please go to my videos which I just showed you, and where I have gone into detail as what exactly is meant by the hybrid thinking, and we have seen it in real time. Anyway, so that is all you need to do. It's already saved, so I'm just going to click here. Now one more thing, sorry, I should have shown you earlier. So just click on models, go back, and if I scroll down, make sure you have set your Anthropic's API key. You can grab it from anthropic.com. It's a paid option, so just put in maybe $5 to $10 in your account and you should be able to obtain your API key. So make sure that it works. I already have set it up and clicked on verified. It's all good and fine. So this is all you need to do. Select the model, set the API key. Now I have just opened up vacant and blank Python file, as you can see, app.py, and we are all set to use our model here. So you can write code with it with Cursor, you can edit code with AI, you can debug it, and there are a lot of other things which you can do. So for starters, for example, if you press here Control plus capital A, this is where you can start chatting with it or giving new instruction. For example, you can say that write me a code to check if my website is up or not, and then I'll just also use Python language. It should have detected it with the .py extension, so but let's click on generate here. There you go. So you see it has generated the whole code for you in no time, and this is one of the hallmarks of this new model from Anthropic, that they have reduced latency a lot. And then you can either press Control plus Shift plus capital Y to accept this code, or just click here, or you could reject it with Control N. I'm just going to click on accept here, and you can see this is just a boilerplate code where they have defined a function and then monitor the website with the proper libraries and everything, and you can see that it is properly using all what is needed. So pretty good, I would say. And now you can start playing around with it. For example, you can just select this function, and then maybe you can just simply press Control capital L here, and then you can ask anything. It's already open on the right hand side. If not, Control L will open it, and you can ask it what this function is doing. Press enter. There you go. So it is explaining it, and then okay, so it is asking me which function I'm talking about, though I have highlighted it. It should detect it. Maybe I'll just press Control L again. Maybe control. Okay, so add to chat, Control Shift capital L. So let me do that. There you go. Now I can ask it what this function is doing, and now it has selected the context, and there you go. So it is telling us all about it. And then we can talk further about it. For example, I can say, okay, can you add this as as a short command to the code, and then press enter. And then it has added it here. So maybe I can just click on apply. And then we can just simply generate more code. So I'm just going to press tab here, enter here, and then maybe I will say control K. I'll say write a function which will accept website URL as input, and then press enter. There you go, accept it, looks pretty good. And then you can just start typing here. Maybe I'll print here. You see, it's already telling you what exactly could be here. So if I press tab, it has already done it. How good is that? Really, really good stuff. And then you can again chat with it. Maybe you can say uh, control plus shift plus L, and then you can chat with it like um, what this is going to print. And it says that this line of code will do this. How good is that? And this is likely part of a logging mechanism. So it is pretty comprehensive, and you can see that this can really augment the capabilities. And that is where I believe the AI's use cases, especially these new models which are doing the hybrid reasoning, are pretty good at augmenting the capabilities of the developers. Okay, in the next test, I have just cleaned it up. Let's check the thinking model. So I'm just clicking on settings here, model. I'll go down, I'll unselect this. I'll just keep this thinking model, and then rest of it is fine. And I'll just close it. And from here, I'm just going to, maybe I'll click on new chat here, and then I'll go back and I'll press control capital K. I'll say, create me a text based Windows command prompt simple game. Make sure to create it end to end, and then press enter. Okay, so it says it couldn't use it. You see, it is not really working at the moment, and that is what I thought, that thinking model is not even working through API, because this has been just released like 2 hours ago. So let's wait for the thinking model to get kicked in. I think this is not an issue with cursor, this is just an issue with the model, I believe. Maybe I will try again, because mm, only one time it worked, so I'm not sure if it is throttling, if it is some sort of API issue. I have no idea. These are hosted models, closed box, so we can't do much. I'm just going to click generate again. You see, it's not really working. So maybe I'll go back to the model, and then I'll just select this one again, 3.7. Let's close it. Let's generate it again. Nope, maybe. Okay, so I'll just select the 3.7 here. Let's click on generate. This time it works. So it means that the thinking model is having some issue. That API, I'm not sure, can't really tell from the error message, but this is uh, I'm showing it to you as raw as possible. But here you go. So it has given us it is still generating, I believe. So let it finish, and I'm going to accept this here. That is good. So the game is ready. Let me try it out in actual terminal. So I'm just going to go to my command prompt. Let me run it here. So I'm just going to say app.py, press enter, and this is about text adventure. It is saying, what is your name, brave adventurer? I'll say this. It is giving me welcome message. What do you want to do? I'll say, well, inventory, sorry, or maybe 4. It says inventory is empty. Let's do shopping. I'll say, okay, just give me maybe 2. It said you don't have enough gold. I'll say okay. So what do I do then? Um, Maybe I will buy the gold then. Nope, I don't have gold. I'll go back to the village, and then I will just go to maybe forest. Maybe I have to explore it. There you go, troll appears, your health is this, how good is that? And I'm just going to attack the troll. You attack the troll, your health is this, troll health. Maybe I'll use the health potion. I don't have any health potion, I'll just attack again. Maybe attack again. Pretty good. So you see, it's an end-to-end game, no errors whatsoever. And in the first go, I didn't even have to do any debugging, anything like that, and it is running. And of course, you can just make it as complex as possible, but you can already see that it is fairly impressive. So it is full marks to Anthropic for releasing this model. Seems really good. Now we have in this new sort of generation of models, we have Claude, we have Grok, we have O1 from OpenAI, and last but not least, we have DeepSeek R1. What a time we are living in. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me also introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are Camel AI. Camel AI is an open source community focused on building multi-agent infrastructures for finding the scaling laws of agents with applications in data generation, task automation, and world simulation. And I will drop the link to their website in video's description. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please share it among your network as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.